Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are today to talk about how strong Link is in the current meta today. But with all that said, let's get this started. So to begin with, I'd like to say that I feel like Link is a very strong fighter that just doesn't ever get the results that you would really expect from him. He has a ton of great things in this installment, but ever since the release, he really hasn't won anything huge. Now, I'm always hoping for a Link player that will eventually win a tournament, but so far it doesn't seem so, and at least for now, this doesn't quite happen yet. I am expecting that the main reason for this is that he does lose versus a lot of the top tiers, but still I'm hoping for a little bit more from this guy. But with all that said, I feel like he still is a very strong character and definitely someone to try to pick up in order to beat a tournament with. But now we're off to some more specifics. Let's start off with his fast and strong tilt game. Now all of them are pretty great in their own ways, be it combo starters or kill moves, and all have pretty small startup lag for the power, but they do have at least a decent amount of ending lag. Now most of the time you'll be hitting the opponent with maybe one or two of these things, but they do leave a huge impression on the enemy even from just a few hits. Next, let's go over his amazing projectile game. Now, this is probably one of the main reasons why you even pick up Link in the first place over one of the other sword fighters. His projectiles such as Bomb and Boomerang, and of course his neutral will be the arrow, really allow him a lot of safe spacing, and they really have little to no consequence when you do use these moves. He can easily mix these up with his long range tilts, and make an impenetrable zone of spacing in front of him quite easily in almost every single match. After that, we got his aerials. Now these things vary from very quick to very slow but lingering. His back air and forward air are okay range moves that really can combo quite easily and can be used at a safe distance along with his projectiles. Of course, the Nair is also a nice combo starter that works wonders with the bomb, and of course it can be comboed into some kill moves later on. As I said earlier, he also has some nice lingering moves, those being his up air and down air, which can be used to kill the opponent or poke a shield from above, but generally those moves are a lot more unsafe than the rest of him, and they do have a lot more lag, but of course they do reward you greatly. After that, I need to mention that he does of course have a decent recovery that isn't always way too exploitable. It's pretty fast and has a pretty big hitbox, so it can be somewhat troublesome to give him as an opponent, of course, because the sword hits pretty far out compared to where Link is actually staying. That being said, it isn't the high point of Link, but it still allows him to play at a competitive level. Another thing for him is that he has at least decent throw combos off of his upgraded down throw, which you got a few patches ago. Now they aren't the best and can be DI'd out of at some points, but there's still some pretty nice meat for you to return with. If you do hit a combo, then you should be expecting some huge damage, and then you can of course easily return back to the neutral, which Link is pretty good at. As for a different upside, he holds some of the best smash attacks within the whole game. They're very fast, they are very powerful, and they can be used over and over again and within some certain combos. The range on the attacks rival those of Marth and can really give him a huge edge when spacing an opponent. The final great positive for Link is how great his Zair/grappling hook can be. Now this thing is pretty darn safe and can be used in addition with his bonds for some huge area of coverage on the map, and of course getting a lot of spacing and zoning in. Z dropping a bomb along with the grappling hook can really easily result in some huge plays and of course some great defensive coverage against almost any opponent. As for some negatives, he is in fact pretty slow, he has a lot of ending lag, therefore he isn't the safest man alive, he has no good off me moves, so he's kinda combo food to a lot of the high tiers, and finally his up B can be gimped in certain matchups and a lot of the high tiers can gimp him. Now these aren't the worst negatives in the world, but definitely some really bad things about him that do have to be looked out for. So in the end, how good is he? Well, I'd argue that Link is a very strong character and a very good pick, but in the end, he really hasn't gotten any results to back up this statement. I see a lot of potential in this character, but what we've seen so far isn't quite what I would want. Still, I do notice his strength, and he is a great choice for any tournament if you have been playing him for a while. And with all that said, I thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for future videos. Make sure to tell me your own opinions on Link in the comment section below and who you would like me to go over in the next video. Well, with all that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.